All right, lads, lads, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, man. This chapter of Toriko. Now, I'm not gonna go over every detail. I'll save that for the review. But this chapter of Toriko had so many things going for it. It really just threw me off. No joke. Holy hell! The beginning threw me the fuck off. The middle threw me the fuck off. The ending threw me the fuck off. When it comes to characterization, the chapter clearly sways in favor of Asarudy and Don Slime. Asarudy, his character is done. Like, literally, his characterization is done. Which is really surprising me right now. Like, he can't come back. Like, he sacrificed his body. He ate. I mean, I don't know how does this happen? Like, he eats the pseudo full course, and in the process of eating the pseudo full course, Don Slime takes over his body completely. Asarudy now no longer exists. He's now in the soul world with his former lover Silk, who, like, I don't know, maybe it was the first time he died, but when he apparently at some point in the past he was sent into the soul furnace long ago, and he promised that he would come back with a new body, come back and eat a meal with Silk to be with Silk, his lover. And it's crazy because when he finally remembers it, because apparently he forgot long ago because of the Grimate cells, but when another washes over the guy, he's able to remember this. And what he remembers, if the page could load, because I want to show you, but apparently my iPad is having some shit speeds right now. What the fuck? Load. But, yeah, here we go. Her entire body mummifies in the process of waiting for him at this church that they used to go to. And he now remembers it. So, like, she was there waiting for him for God knows how long. And in the process, her body mummified. I mean, we don't know. I don't know what the time frame is of this. I want to say that he went into the soul furnace. He died, and his soul was sent into the soul world. He was able to get out of the soul world after a period of time. How much time? Don't know. In the soul world, it must have been like eons, but in the real world, it may have been hundreds of years, who knows? And in that process, he forgot about Silk. Now that another had washed over him, he remembers Silk. And he is, of course, deeply regretting not remembering his former lover. So, I mean, that's some heavy shit. The Chio thing was kind of heavy, though I found it kind of weird how she was referring to, their son, meaning Chin and Chio's son, as her son. I was like, I mean, maybe it was a transition issue, but the fact that she said, like, my son, and I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, if you're talking to Chin, then it's our son. So, like, what's up with that? Like, is there still some animosity between Chin and Chio? I'm not too sure. There really shouldn't be. But regardless, it's not really like a huge deal. But it is something to note. And then the fact that they can now no longer enter the soul world. Before I go to that, all right? When another starts to erupt from, the completed dish that Komatsu made, you have this swarm of another that starts to appear out of the cooking, where they're cooking another. The kitchen of the soul world, wherever it's called. It starts to swarm from, like, that one piece of, like, meat. It's crazy. And then, in the process, this is what happens in the soul world. All the food spirits that have been touched by by another's flavors, their souls have ascended to nirvana. Since when? Whoa, what the fuck Nirvana? That, honestly, that kind of threw me off. Like, that really like surprised me for about like 2-3 minutes. I was like, wait, hold on. I thought that when people died, it was the soul world and that was it. It was game over. And then you like phase out of existence after a period of time. Because everything is incorporated with like Gurme energy. In fact, Gigi even states that the soul world is actually like a collection of Gurme energy. It's like this pocket, it's like a pocket of the afterlife that is solely comprised of like Gurme energy. It's weird. It's weird. But then that would mean that like, basically it's like a pocket dimension of infinite space, supposedly infinite space, even though there's so much another that comes from that one slab that it breaks through all of the soul gates, not just the one in Area 6 in the giant shell. It's all of the soul gates in Area 6. They're all gone. And now there's no way to actually access the soul world. So I'm not too sure if that means that now the back channel can't be used anymore. Like, I'm not too sure. But, and we're going to find out about that later on. But the whole concept of ascending to another plane, nirvana, that threw me off completely. Because the way they made it seem, this was it. This was your final destination, and after that, your soul fades out of existence, and you're done. No. I mean, maybe it applies to Gurme demons. Maybe it applies to food spirits specifically. But at least when it comes to the Gurme demons, they can ascend into nirvana. That's shocking. So, that's a whole new thing that we found out. A whole new thing. Nirvana. It's legit. Alright? Nirvana's legit. And I'll talk about that more in my review. I guess, maybe. But what I also find kind of surprising is just that the another, like, there's no way that there could be an infinite amount of another. Like, there's no way. Alright? It's supposed to be like, I mean, granted, like, but they say the flavor is overflowing. It's going to end up bursting the soul world apart. How? It's supposed to be an infinite space. There's some weird continuity shit going on here. Like, it's weird. Like, it's supposed to be infinite space. And yet, there's so much another that it can, quote-unquote, end up bursting the soul world apart. There's no way. There's no way that should happen. But at the same time, the gates, they did, in fact, get blown away. And according to, like, the difference between time comparative to the giant shell and the soul world, when relative to someone like Rin and Gigi, when they stepped into the soul world, they were still trying to put Komatsu's and their bodies back in like the sea urchins. And lo and behold, they step out. And so basically, according to Rin's perspective, it was a few seconds of time, or maybe like a minute or two of time, and then the gate explodes. So they step in, a minute later it explodes, and then out comes Komatsu and everybody. So that was very fascinating, because we know that the giant shell time flows like what, 60 times slower than in the soul world. It's got to be way more compared to even the 7 beasts. Oh, it's got to be way more, man, because that's ridiculous. Like 65 years was like a minute. It was a few seconds compared to the actual compared to the giant shell, let alone the surface world. That's Looney Tunes. So time is really, really slow there. And then after all of that, the story takes a what the fuck turn. And the hype all of a sudden became astronomical, because we find out mad shit about Don Slime. Don Slime is truly a what the fuck dude. And I quote, Don Slime is a monster capable of changing his form into anything. Anything. Even objects or living things. And it's not just in appearance, but on a cellular level. But dude, listen, it doesn't stop there. This is crazy. Originally, he used countless microbes all over the earth, all as his host, all at the same time. Oh, but whoa, stop it. Ew. Like, wow. Whatever, fuck it. Controlling these creatures, he was able to pilfer and eat Akasha's full course. Hundreds of millions of years later, little by little, in undetectable, hidden, minuscule amounts, all these pieces of Don Slime revived themselves. Don Slime began to accumulate his cells together here in this giant shell, and by changing themselves into the form of different natural life and animals, he created this paradise we have before us, Blue Grill. So Don Slime's, like, literally, Don Slime exists everywhere in Blue Grill because he is everything. Potentially speaking, Don Slime is everything. It's crazy. And then Gigi continues. He doesn't stop. It's crazy. Yes, even responsible for a portion of this country's project, Akasha's full course, by a part of Don Slime transforming into a Saisei ingredient that brought grooming energy into Judge of the Afterlife, Ika. So Don Slime basically gave life to Ika within the gourmet world, within the soul world. And I continue. After all, a monster like Don Slime, who's on the level of what you'd call a cosmic disaster. Stop. Stop. What are you, cosmic? Chill. Like, oh no, oh my god. A cosmic disaster. You can take that in so many ways, and all of them are horrifying. Are you serious? A cosmic disaster. In order to be fully revived, would need a host with an appropriate level of cell energy. Now, here's the thing. The host that he was looking for, he found, and that was Ichiryu. So that would mean that Ichiryu, with the power of Don Slime, being his grooming demon, could reach cosmic levels of disaster. Like, bro, like Don Slime, like, and you know Neo stronger, like, you know Neo stronger. That just brought, I mean, this dude did jump off the moon and broke apart the moon by just simply jumping off it. He did do that. And consider, that's not even him trying. He jumped off the moon and the moon broke apart. If he's actually trying, he could easily destroy the planet. Like it was nothing. Cosmic disaster. How far is Toriko gonna go? How far is Toriko going to go? Jesus Christ, man. What? Yeah. I mean, the fact that he resides everywhere. And Don Slime actually, like, reforms. Like, this is crazy. Like, Asarudy's talking to Don Slime when he's talking to the ceiling. He's talking to Don Slime because Don Slime's there. Don Slime is the ceiling. And then when Don Slime reforms, he reforms from, like, trees, from, like, buildings, from random rocks on the ground. That's crazy. Like, I'm really surprised. So, that's the chapter, basically. I'm going to end up on Don Slime. Because Don Slime just honestly reached a whole new level of what the fuck. Right? The moon thing by itself was just absolutely jaw-dropping. Now that he has Asarudy's body, his gourmet cells are literally Asarudy's body. And Asarudy's body, even though he has the strongest gourmet cells in Blue Grill, his overall cell level energy is not enough to, you know, maintain Don Slime for a period of years or a decade. Yeah, because no, it really isn't. Ichiru, yes, he had enough cell energy. Asarudy, no. So he's wondering how long it's gonna last for, you know, him using Asarudy's body. So will the body rot away, or will the earth be annihilated? So Don Slime all of a sudden like takes the prize for like this entire chapter. Don Slime, this guy, it's him and Asarudy. Those two are the chapter, and this is just stunning, cosmic level. Now, people think that, well, you know, it's Toriko. You know, it's probably just hype. Bambina could dodge near light, if not light speed. Whale King Moon is a black hole. He's a fucking black hole. Don Slime jumped off the moon and it broke apart. None of these fuckers are the strongest fucker. None of these fuckers are the strongest fucker. You know what I'm going to do tomorrow, if I have time. Either tomorrow or Sunday, because I need to talk about Neo Demon. I have to now, because there are a few things that I think are the case when it pertains to Neo Demon. Now that I've seen the hype for Don Slime, and Don Slime is being compared to Neo Demon, being maybe the only creature that can actually take on Neo Demon. And this guy is quote-unquote cosmic. Yeah. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. So you can expect a Toriko discussion at some point. Guaranteed. Because Don Slime, I think he was the icing on the cake. So I'd say I'm done. You know, King Lightning, long video, but I just wanted to talk because this really surprised me, man. This holy shit, dude. I keep on staring at this dude like, are you serious? I'm done. So, King Lightning, rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. Give me your thoughts on Don Slime, please. And Asarudy. Because Asarudy, like, that was some pretty surprising and emotional shit. I'm not gonna lie. So, once again, rate the video, comment, subscribe. Have a nice goddamn day.